Do you have goals, dreams, New Year's resolutions maybe set for this new year? If so, awesome. Do you ever wonder, well, how am I going to get there? Not because you don't know what to do, but because you feel that you're keeping yourself back a little bit, that maybe you're the reason, the big block that's standing in your way, and that you really need to overcome in order to stand a chance at achieving that goal, make that dream come true, achieve that new year resolution, then this is the video for you. Hello, I'm excited you're here. Hello and welcome. In case we have met before, my name is Katrine from bloomwithkatrine.com, and I'm coming live to you from the beautiful Bavarian forest over here in Germany. Now, whether you're joining me live or later on the replay, don't be shy, say hi, let me know you're here and where you're tuning in from, so I can circle back around and have a little conversation with you. Because I love doing that, as I love helping serious networkers like yourself create traction, leverage, and flow on your team, whether that's a team of one or a team of many. And we do that through modern social marketing strategies. And here's what I found is we can learn all the amazing, incredible strategies, and you will find plenty here on this page if you scroll down. But if we stand in our own way, if what's happening between our ears isn't moving us forward, but is holding us back, the best strategy really is no good, is not going to make a difference in our lives, right? So let's work on that. So I've got a question for you. Put the answer down below. And that is, do you have a goal? Do you have a dream? Do you have a New Year's resolution that you're really excited about this year? If so, drop it down below, right? Manifest it by seeing it and writing it as often as you possibly can. So do that right here as well, right? Do you also, let me know as well, do you also have clarity on how you're going to implement what the baby steps are on a daily basis that you are going to make happen, so your dream is going to come true, you're going to reach that goal and make that New Year's resolution a reality? Okay? Now, and here's a quote that I picked up the other day and that really resonated with me and really hit home as well. And maybe you've heard it. If you haven't, listen up. If you have, listen up as well, because it's awesome to remind ourselves of this truth. Are you ready? Here we go. If you want what you've never had, might be time to do something you've never done before. Okay? I'm going to repeat that for you. If you want what you've never had, you might want to do something that you've never done before. Okay? And whatever that might be for you, okay? Maybe that's, you're not really sure about the action steps to take. Maybe it's time to have a conversation with your upline. Maybe it's time to choose a mentor. Maybe it's time to get a coach, okay? So you are sure that you have everything in place so you can achieve that dream, okay? That's super important. Maybe it's doing a video for the first time. Maybe you've been like pushing that into a distant future. Don't keep doing that, please. Okay, do it right now. And I've got a little tool for you that can help you create that video that's really going to make you feel prepared and self-confident. Okay, it's an effective video checklist. So if you want that, check it out. Drop checklist down below and I'm sure to give you the link to that. Okay, maybe it's you have been doing video. You have been showing up consistently on social media, but you're not sure how effective these actions are. Then you should also check out that checklist, okay? Because I'm sure because what it does is it gives you a few tips, not too many, but a few, what you can do before, during, and after your video, whether it's live or a recorded one. And you can also use that in your stories, etc. Okay, so you know how to be effective on video, okay? Again, drop checklist, and I'm sure to send you that link. So whatever it might be that you're a little bit maybe, pushing out, let's do it now. But how might we go about this? Here are my 3 tips. Ready? Number 1, when you catch yourself thinking, I can't, or I can't, depending on where you're at in the world, okay? Whenever you're thinking that, you set your mind in a specific direction. It's probably broad as an Autobahn. I live in Germany, right? We have these huge motorways. So your mind, your entire system knows that direction, okay? It feels comfortable, though it's not directing you to a positive place. Can we agree? It still is like it's a lubricated machine, right? It flows. Okay, I can't. Yes, that's where we're going. We know that, right? Let me know whether you can relate to this. Drop me a heart. Okay, here's my invitation, what you might do instead. So you can choose to set your entire system, to set your mind and everything else that you have in that specific direction. Or, and here's a real hack. Okay, you ready? You set your mind into a different direction by asking it a question. Okay, so you choose to go, okay, oh, I can't. Okay, awesome. Here's an opportunity for me to shift into the other direction where I actually want to go. Okay, and here's how you might do that. I just gave it away. So you choose your I can't, and you shift the focus and you go, well, how might I? Maybe the odds are against me. Maybe I really don't know what to do. Okay, maybe it's that video thing again. Go get that checklist. Okay, it might just be what you need to do to move forward. Okay, I hope this makes sense. So we take I can't, we go, yay, I'm thinking the old thoughts. Let's shift it to how might I do it anyhow. Okay, very, very powerful. Drop me down below whether this makes sense, whether you've just had an aha, because every time you do have an aha and you write it down, it actually is ingrained into your cell memory on a way different level than if you just go, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Okay. And on top of that, your name is going to go onto that green wall here behind me where and all the names are going to be put into a hat at the end of the month, last Saturday, every time it is, every month. And you can win, a one-on-one coaching session with myself. Okay. So I'm keeping fingers crossed for you. So do drop your ahas. Okay. Not just on this video, on any training episode you watch of mine. That's what we do here. Okay. So I can't, how might I? Tip number 2. When you catch yourself thinking, oh, let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it another time. It's a good idea, but not now, right? Yeah, that checklist sounds great, but I don't really want to drop that word. Do it anyhow. Okay, do yourself a favor. Do it right now. And here's my story to that. So I'm currently doing in German. Okay, the English one is coming. I'm currently doing a social media magnet course. And I have amazing people in this course. It's such a pleasure for me to work with people in that intimate group setting, okay, where we really hone in on what is it you want to stand for, and how is it that you're going to portray that to the outer world. And part of that, in week 4, we have this as an assignment, okay? People are going to come up with a welcome video for their personal profile that's going to make their perfect prospect understand and think, yay, I finally found what I was looking for at that time. Okay. And so there's this one beautiful participant, and he's like, yeah, well, this is like a bit of a lot to do, right? And I might need some time. So no worries at all. Okay, go ahead. So what we do inside that course is we meet once for a training session, okay? And then we meet a few days after for a Q&A Zoom where everybody is on live and on camera if they can make the time. Obviously, the replay is available as well. And right, like 20 minutes prior to that Q&A Zoom, happened last night, he posted that he has his video ready and he wants to read it out to us on the Q&A Zoom. And I could so relate, right? Because that's his comfort zone. I'm going to come to that in a second as well. So what I did is I challenged him. I said, hey, you still got 20 minutes. How about you record that 3-minute video right now or do a live inside our group, right? So we can look at it together. And he did. And I'm so proud of him that he did, because it really cost him something. He hasn't done plenty of videos at this point. But he did it. And then here's what was cool about that. On that Q&A Zoom, he was able to watch himself. Okay. He was able to evaluate what he'd done in an awesome way, what he might tweak a little. Okay. And now he's so much more empowered to do that video for himself on his personal profile. Does that make sense? So bottom line here is, when you feel that notion of, oh, no, let's put it off. Tomorrow is another day. Maybe I'll do it next week. Maybe I'll do it next month, next year. Well, here's the thing. If that's what you're doing, and what you tend to do, is there's a high chance that you're going to be exactly where you are right now a year from now. Okay? And that's not what we want, right? So remember, if we want something we haven't had before, we might have to do something we have, yeah, you know what I mean, right? If you want to have something you haven't had before, it's time to do something you haven't done before. Okay? So that's what he did. And I'm super, super proud and excited for him. And here's my tip number 3. And I already touched at it a little bit. And that is, when you want something you haven't had before, you want to stretch that comfort zone. Now, I get it. A comfort zone is a comfortable place. Okay? It is exactly what it sounds like. It makes us feel safe and in control, which, as the two of us know, is an illusion. Would you agree? Right? There is no such thing as safety and in full control all the time. It doesn't exist, really. But we live in that illusion, right? Helps us. But here's the thing. When you stay inside your comfort zone, maybe it's about doing your live video, maybe it's doing the next video, maybe it's getting a coach, maybe it's dropping an aha that you've just had, okay? Whatever it might be. If you feel that that's a little bit outside of your comfort zone and you choose to always come back to your comfort zone all the time, to really stay in there, nothing much is going to happen in your life. Okay? And that's not to criticize, it's just a choice that you have. It's a decision you get to make every single moment of your life. Am I going to stay in my comfort zone, or am I going to stretch it a little? Okay? And I'm a dancer, and I used to have big shoulder pain. Okay? It was really, really bad. And I did all the things. But here's the one thing that really helped me overcome that shoulder inflexibility. That's a word in English, right? And that was moving it to its border, okay? Not crossing the pain border. I would never recommend you do that, okay? If there's a limitation in what you can do physically, accept it, but really fill that space that you have until you reach that limit, if that makes sense, okay? And it's the same thing with a comfort zone, okay? If you're like, yeah, I know videos would be great, but I'm really scared to do them. No. What you're doing is you're finding plenty of valid reasons not to do them. And I would know because I did it for a year. Okay, I told myself good reasons for over 12 months before I did my first live video. And now I do 3 a week, and I'm super excited for the leverage it provides, because I'm doing this video right now when I have time, and then I can go continue live my life, do the things that also matter to me, and you can watch it at your leisure, and it still has the potential to hopefully give you a few ahas, right? I mean, how cool is that? So again, checklist if you're feeling, I need a little nudge there, okay? Absolutely. So what I would recommend you do with your comfort zone is don't leave it behind. No. Keep it with you as your safe harbor. You know, when you go out into the world, out into your life, you have your adventurous actions, you take the baby steps that are going to move you forward. And then you need a rest. Okay, you need to come back to your little bubble of safety and feeling in control. Come back to your comfort zone to recharge your batteries. Okay, but not to stay there, not to, build the house there to always stay in there, but to use it like with a trampoline, right? You use it at your sounding board. You use it as like your bed, right? You don't want to spend your entire life in bed, do you? Okay, unless you have to. I hope you don't. Okay, so if you have the chance to get up, well, that's what we want to do, right? We want to live. But we do return to the bed. We do return to our comfort zone, okay? So a comfort zone is a great place. We need it. But let's not stay in there forever. Let's extend it a little. Let's stretch it a little, right? Let's get to its limits. And maybe, just maybe, over time, we might feel that actually a live video, I'm not going to die, okay? That's where I'm at. And if you need a little help with that, get that checklist. Drop the word checklist down below, and I'm sure to send it over to you. Okay. So I hope this was valuable to you. Here's the 3 steps one more time. I can't. Shift to how might I? Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do it right now. Or if you can't do it right now, plan it for tomorrow, or plan it for the next possible time that you have, so you don't forget to get the checklist, for example. Okay. And again, stretch that comfort zone a little. Don't leave it behind forever. Leave it behind a few minutes a day, and then come back to rest up. Okay, hope this makes sense. Checklist is waiting for you. If you want to drop that word, and I'm sure to send it over to you. Thanks for joining me. Time for you to implement what you've learned. Okay, drop your ahas, and be sure it's time for you to bloom. See you on the next episode. All the best from Katrine. Bye.